All right, everybody, welcome back to Pin High Philly, the Philadelphia Golf Show podcast. Arguably, I think the best podcast in all of Philadelphia and all of golf. We're going to get there. It's freezing right now, so we really need to change that. And I don't know how, when. I can't do anything about it, but it's just so cold right now. I am missing the season incredibly. The FOMO's so bad, especially since I just came back from Orlando from the PGA show. And I'm going to be talking more about that. That was my first PGA show. I cannot wait to share with you what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. And if you're thinking about going to the PGA show, you might as well listen and tune into this conversation. Today's guest is someone who is at the intersection of golf fashion and the modern game. I cannot wait to introduce to you all Steve Harrow of True Links Golf. And if you haven't heard about True Links Golf, you're going to learn about it today. Steve, welcome to Pin High Philly.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Round of applause. Absolutely. Round of applause. Yes, we could do little snaps too. I don't know how to snap. I used to be able to snap, but since I like the nails longer, snapping is not really the name of the game right now. Welcome. Appreciate you taking the time. How are you handling the cold right now?
It sucks, and I was out today traveling through some of my accounts and just sadly looking at beautiful golf courses covered in all of this awful white stuff.
Awful, isn't it? Right?
Awful.
Like
Dreadful.
These slopes are just awful.
It's pretty gross. I'm really glad we all rushed home from Orlando to sit in 15 inches of snow. It's awesome.
Did you get a chance to before we get into Orlando and the PGA show, did you get a chance to play any golf while you were down there or no?
No, this was a straight business trip. Next year, with a little better planning, there will definitely be some golf involved.
A little bit of planning. So this was your first ever PGA show, correct?
Yep.
So I went down as a content creator with another brand. You went down as a vendor. So now for anybody who's listening right now, if you're interested in being a part of the PGA show in some way, shape, or form, content creator, just a golf enthusiast, someone who just loves the game and who wants to network, or you have a brand and you're starting up in the golf fashion industry in some way, shape, or form, this is a great episode for you to tune into. So Steve, tell us about True Links, your first impression of the PGA show, and walk us through it from your perspective, because I'll talk to you guys about the content creator's perspective.
First impression was like being able to go from Tuesday setting up the booth to actually working our booth and meeting with potential clients from all over the country to then breaking down a booth. And the buzz that was in that building was incredible. It was the only way I can describe it is a hornet's nest. Like, I went outside for 2 minutes. I came back in and I was like, my God, like the place is almost shaking. There's so many people. There's so much to see. Like, it's overload. You can walk from one end to the other, still not see everything. And there's 25 people that do belts. There's 30 people that are selling ball markers.
At least 30.
It's mind-blowing that you don't realize the business side of golf and just how much is really out there, because when you think about it, you think about the stuff you see in like a big box store and you're like, oh, that's it. That's adorable. There's so much out there. So to be able to be actually a part of that was a fantastic experience, and I can't wait to go back down next year.
So you've got plans to go back next year.
Absolutely.
It was, you know what? The best way I could describe it for me, it's constant elevator pitching. You have to know why you're there, and you have to know you have to almost plan your goals, your steps. Otherwise you're going to get lost in this place. And like you so beautifully said earlier, you won't be able to get around to anything unless you have a plan. And you might want to focus on quality conversations is very difficult because, like I said, the hornet's nest is a great analogy. You're always in elevator pitch mode, and it was overwhelming for me as well, to say the least.
It was crazy to see that many, obviously familiar faces. I've been in the Philly section my entire career. So to see all the familiar faces has been cool,
Correct.
but also like seeing all the people that aren't from the Philly section that are maybe from Jersey or from the Met or from
Mhm.
the Mid Atlantic or from wherever that are also floating around. Because remember, while the whole PGA show is going on as a vendor or as a content creator, there's also PGA meetings that are happening. So like
Yes.
all the upper crust of the PGA is there meeting as sections and then going into these breakout rooms and doing all of this other stuff that we don't even think about,
Hmm.
that's also part of what the PGA show was actually originally designed for, was PGA meetings. Now, and again, it being my first one and hearing it from all of the old timers, like I can tell you that from just hanging out and walking around it, it was about 2/3 of that, and the other third of it were all content creators. Like I can't believe, I don't know how I didn't bump into you. I bumped into Roger Steele. I bumped into like Yip Strickler. I bumped into all these other people that were all internet people that I'm like, oh, like 10 years ago, you guys aren't here. But now you've taken over. Like it's such a big part of it now that it can't be ignored.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
it's awesome. It's
I
so
love
cool to be
that.
able to show that kind of access and that
Hmm.
availability.
Very true. It was cool to see the usual brands doing their thing, new brands doing new things. We're going to be speaking with Jillian Mealy next week from Lemon Rose, and she's also going to give her perspective about being a vendor as well. But let's start with True Links for a second.
Mhm.
How did the brand come to be first and foremost?
So, brand started back in 2009. Ryan Moore, tour player,
Mhm.
he literally wanted to just create a footwear that was more, uh, just more viable. It was something that was more comfortable to wear. It was different
Yes.
than kind of what everybody else considered to be. There were two kinds of golf shoes. There were sneakers that had spikes in them,
Right.
or there were dress shoes that had spikes in them. And those were your two
Yes.
kinds of golf shoes that were really out there. And then,
Yes.
like everything else, it slowly evolves. Everybody starts to try to create something different. But Ryan's idea was to have a shoe that made your feet feel like you were barefoot, that your feet were sitting naturally. So having something that has a zero drop to make you feel like you're
Hmm.
literally barefoot on the golf course, it promotes foot health, it promotes overall body health, and it actually gives you more energy. Think about this at the end of the day. Like I
Hmm.
jokingly say this to my accounts, but it's the truth. If I can put a golf shoe on your feet that you're going to forget that you have a golf shoe on, I did my job. How many times have we seen golfers at the end of a round want to tear their shoes off because it's just, oh, my feet are killing me.
I've been okay. That playing in college golf, 36 holes. That was
Yep.
us. Our sponsor was Echo Golf.
Mm-hmm.
The worst shoes. And I don't care if someone from Echo sees this episode. The worst shoes. I always like. I broke skin on my heel every single time I wore those. And when I switched to my FootJoys, I would get in trouble by my coach. And that is such a valid thing to say. The whole concept about feeling like you're almost barefoot. How did he know that that would be like the standard, so to speak? That's
Testing.
interesting.
I mean, really, it's
Yeah.
it's it's such an interesting thing to think about how these shoes are designed,
Mhm.
because when I say zero drop, I mean literally you feel like you're flat. The highest heel that we have in a shoe is 6 millimeters.
Okay.
So when you
Wow.
compare that to, pick a brand,
Mhm.
an average golf shoe's heel is somewhere between 12 and 18 millimeters. Well, we're
Wow.
at the highest, we're half of that. So we literally want you to feel like you are level with the ground so you can feel any little thing. You know, I was talking to a lot of teaching pros down there and guys that talk about, especially in putting, but really in anything, you want to be able to feel your lie. You want to be able to feel where you are on the ground. It's hard to do that when your feet are raised. So to be able to do something like that in a shoe, to just change your shoes to be able to make something more effective, it's
Right.
pretty special.
You're talking there, and by the way, talking about the PGA show, there were tons of golf shoe brands, and a lot of the designs are very different. But there's also a lot of similarities to the signature style and overall look of the golf shoe. I went
Sure.
down with another golf shoe brand. Let me ask you this. How important is authenticity when building a golf brand today? Because brands are popping up like daisies right now.
If it's not your number one thing, like you're going to fail,
Right.
right? We want to look at we're golfers. We're a golf company that's run by golfers.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not a golf company that's run by some corporation or some other group that just wants to put another shoe out just because they see something, a style that works so that they think they can do it better. Like
Mm-hmm.
we do our own thing. You start to see other brands kind of do some of the things we do, but they're missing something. And I think part of it is what you just said. They're missing the authenticity of it, right? They're missing why it's important to have a shoe that fits you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not get fit for a golf shoe? Have you been fit for a driver? Have you been fit for
Yes.
irons? Have you been fit
Yes.
for a putter? Okay, so you've taken care of all of the things that you're going to use except what? Your
Your
feet.
shoe, your feet. And you can't play golf without your feet.
Play golf without your
Right?
feet.
Yeah.
Let me know how that works. So
I don't know.
it it's something that I think has been overlooked for so many years just because there was a standard that was here are the two styles you get. You get vanilla or chocolate, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like go with it. And now there's so many more choices.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on which choice do you want to go with? What's going to fit best for you?
And this was
I have so
started
many I have so
by
many stories I want to tell you about like
no.
dealing with pros that have gone through it and I've seen it and it's so crazy to see the reaction of their face just light up like why don't
Tell
my
us
feet hurt?
tell us one right now. First story that like you don't even have to like put too much thought into this story. Give me a story
I'm
right
not even
now.
gonna I'm not gonna tell you the player's name,
Yes, you are.
but it's a
Yes, you
I
are.
can't.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Yes, you
actually
can.
contractually not allowed to say the player's name
Okay, what is it?
because
Okay,
something
okay.
else
You can.
because
What is
something
their
else about our brand. You
what does her
ready?
name rhyme with? What does her name rhyme with? You can say what it rhymes with, but we don't need to say the name.
Let's just say that this player was on the European Ryder Cup team.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And also I want to mention this.
Okay.
Every tour player that wears our stuff,
Mm-hmm.
we don't pay them a dime. They're not under contract to wear our stuff. So they're wearing our stuff because it works. So
Okay.
this particular player
Okay.
works with a very high-end TPI coach, and they were
Okay.
working on swing. They were with a certain other clothing and footwear brand that was part of their equipment contract.
Okay.
And through working with their coach, they
Mm-hmm.
decided, hey, listen, they're working on swing. He says, hey, player's name, do me a favor. I like what you're doing, but take your shoes off, go barefoot.
Oh,
This player swings. All of a sudden, he picked up 2 miles an hour being barefoot.
that's bull.
So
No.
wait,
No.
wait, wait.
Waiting. Okay.
Now this player goes, breaks their clothing contract, signs with another clothing contract. So now he's now paying this other clothing brand to not wear this brand. So he can be a free agent now. So he doesn't have to wear that clothing. So he doesn't have to wear that shoe anymore. He now goes on to test 120 different styles of shoes. I can't make that number up.
What?
He tests everything from every other
Wow.
brand, every style, every fit, everything. He goes through 120 shoes. He gets it down to
Mm,
two. Both of them were ours.
I wonder what flavor of
Two styles
autism
from
that
us.
is. Who is that? Who would do
It's
I have an idea who would do that. I will not say names because we were not saying names.
it's fine.
But I think I have an idea and then we'll drop it. You'll have to drop it off when we get off the
Mm-hmm.
podcast. That's
So
fantastic.
he tries the
Okay.
shoes. He gets it down
Okay.
to two. Now he goes back to his coach. He's
Uh-oh.
working with his coach. Coach goes, what did you end up in? He goes, I ended up in these two. He puts the shoes on. He tests them again. He picks up another 4 miles an hour. This
Oh,
tour player does not need an additional 6 miles an hour in club head speed. Now, obviously, results may vary. You and I aren't putting
sure.
these on and picking up 6 miles an hour. However,
Not yet. Not yet.
not yet. But
Mm-mm.
for that kind of a player that is an elite and major champion, that's a Ryder Cupper, to go into the shoe, and he's been wearing it now since previous to the Masters.
Oh my God. He's wearing True
That
Links?
again, he's wearing True Links wear.
Oh,
And we have a ton of guys that wear it, but you don't know
okay.
it because again, like we don't have at like you'll see some of our
Mm-hmm.
stuff on the internet. You'll see
Mm.
stuff, stuff on the gram where like you'll see some of our tour guys. But again, they're considered employees. They're not being paid anything. They
They just
wear them
like the
because they
shoe.
work. They like the shoe.
That's probably I don't know that there's something exclusive and luxurious about the idea of that actually. That kind of just adds to
It's
the quality and the branding of True Links. I
it's
like
pretty
that.
special. Yep.
Um, when do you like what when you were down at the PGA show and you're meeting all
Mhm.
these other shoe and lifestyle vendors, what are some conversations you had with other similar shoe brands? And you can give me an examples of those and how those conversations went. Like what have you learned about other brands while you were down there?
I've learned that there's still a lot of the mindset that what's worked for the last 50 years still works.
Okay.
And if that was the truth, then what's been working for the last 50 years in all golf equipment should still work. The reality is that manufacturers bring drivers out every year or
Mm-hmm.
every 2 years, depending on which brand. Um, there would only be one. If that was the case, there'd only be one. There'd only be one shoe. There'd only be one
Mm-hmm.
driver. There'd only be one kind of irons. Because if it was the same thing that worked, why would there need to be anything different?
Mm-hmm.
I used to jokingly say when I worked on the equipment side, like somebody came in with something that was 10 years old, what kind of phone do you have? Oh, well, I have an iPhone. Well, why don't you
Mm-hmm.
have like a bag phone from 1980? Because it's still a phone. Oh no, well, I need this because it has my email, it has all my contacts, and has, oh, well, why don't you just carry around like a Palm Pilot?
Oh,
Like, why don't you just carry around 15 different things? Well, because I can
yeah.
do it all with this. Oh, well,
You would piss me
that's why
off
you
in
need
like the best
technology.
way possible.
But
You would
I
piss
mean,
me
the
off in the best
reality
way
is
possible.
there's so much out there that if you don't explore it,
Right.
and if you're not closed off to it, but I mean, you have to try things that are going to maximize you. You need in
Sure.
every sport, you want an edge.
Right.
If you would do it for every other part of your bag, why do you test all different kinds of golf balls? Why do you test different drivers? Why do you test different irons? Why do
Ye-
things feel and work differently?
No, these are annoyingly good questions. Do you guys make you make shoes for girls too, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. We'll have to have a conversation. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you this. What worked really well for True Links at the show? And I'm asking this because if somebody does want to be a vendor at the PGA show next year,
Mm-hmm.
and they're listening right now, is it worth it?
Yes, and it all depends on the size of your booth, and it's I saw some brands that had very
Yes.
not glamorous booths that
Mm-hmm.
I know are much bigger brands than they really showed themselves to be. And I saw some other brands that I looked at and was like, wow, you blew the whole budget. What are you doing? It's a hat. So, we're
Wow.
very fortunate that we have a team that knows the value of what this brand is, where it's going, and really it's a brand that having a full-time dedicated
Mm-hmm.
uh, set of reps to it, where most brands and most reps really have to carry 4 and 5 different lines. Like we are dedicated just to True Links wear. Like I don't carry a different clothing line or a sunglasses line or a whatever. Like
You're just
that's
focusing
who
on
all of
one
our reps
thing.
are. We're not
Yeah.
independent reps. We are full-time reps for that company. So to be able to have that is huge. To be able to have the team that is all of our all of our management and our founders and everybody that's in place there that's in charge of us, essentially, um, to all be bought in on that and to have such a great booth like we had, which I still don't know how you didn't stop by. We'll
I
talk
know.
about
I
that.
suck. I know.
That's okay.
Do you wait,
Um,
can I tell a story?
Tell
Let me
me.
tell you how delirious and overwhelmed I was. And I'm somebody who likes to be in control of my surroundings. I am leaving my hotel. And when you leave your hotel room, you take your hotel key. I took a freaking business card thinking it was my hotel key. That's how mashed potatoes up in the brain I was that whole week. I couldn't even find my footing. I was that overwhelmed. I was
It's
that
chaos.
overwhelmed. Pure chaos.
It's pure chaos. But it's golf
Yeah,
chaos.
it's
So
golf chaos, which is nice, but not really, because. But I have a question for you, and I think if you're a brand listening and you're thinking about hiring content creators to promote your brand,
mm,
what piece of advice would you give to make that whole process efficient for
oh man,
your brand?
that's a great question.
I know. It's a great
Um,
question. Teach me something too, because I'm a golf content creator. Teach me
I would,
something too in your answer.
you know, I it kind of goes back to the authenticity thing. Like if
Hmm.
you're someone that matches up with that brand and like whoever you are, be who you are, like you will click with somebody. There's a lid for every pot down there. If you're a PXG girl, like you are now, right? There's a reason why like you clicked with those guys versus pick another brand because there's only 15 other brands out there that you could have gone to. There's a reason why Strixon signs who they sign or Titleist or whoever. That just
Correct.
fits their mold. So, you know, be who you are and they'll find you. I mean, that's where we are right now. It's not quite the Wild West, but there's
Hmm.
so many creators. And when you see someone like you and like some of the other ones up there that are clearly rising,
Hmm.
like you just get found. You really do. So, like, how do brands look? Believe me, brands are looking all the time. Like, we're watching. Like, they're all watching.
Right.
They just want to see who's the next person, who's the next, I don't know, what's the next show? What's the next person's shtick going to be that's going to be like, yep, we
Hmm.
want that.
Mm. Mm. No, I love that. Authenticity is everything. And I think that
Everything.
it's everything. And that 100% applies to everything else in every facet of life other than content creation. But if I were to, if I were to wear the shoes of a consumer and I see, especially, I'm always looking at golf content. One, I want to improve my art. I love this game. I love getting better at this game. I love improving on my game. So if I see a female golf content creator who has a great swing and she comes across as somebody who knows what she's talking about, and I can see that she looks comfortable in what she's wearing, she looks great in what she's wearing on her body, on her feet, the clubs in her hands, I'm going to pay attention to her. And I have a tendency to follow content creators with similar games and swings like myself. And it's great when I come across that on my social media, I'm going to give them an immediate follow. Also, too, if they're learning the game and they're just working out their swing and they're building their confidence, I'm going to follow them as well because I was once there too. So I'm always rooting for other women content creators in this space and golfers as well. If they're not trying to be content creators, they just want to track their progress. Those are the kinds of individuals that I gravitate to.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's every person that that absorbs content. Like,
Hmm.
there's going to be ones that, oh, I follow this guy because he makes me laugh, or I follow her because she does whatever,
Right.
whatever their thing is. I mean, if whatever it is that you do, you own it, and you're that kind, like you're super confident. That's going to come through the lens too.
Hmm.
So that's gonna that's gonna grab a hold of somebody and make them want to follow for sure.
Will you be attending the PGA show next year?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then I will be at your booth next year. I will be. I promise. I promise. Because I didn't know. But like I said, I was overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed. But I promise I will have to stop by your booth next year. I promise. You can count on me.
I will
Yeah,
hold you to it.
you can absolutely. You can. And if I have to walk barefoot on a golf course to get that feel, and I will go barefoot down Orlando for your booth, I will absolutely do that. So I have something fun and interesting to play with you. You want to play a game?
Go for it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do a round of rapid fire, Philly Golf Edition. Please tell me you know Philly golf. Do you know
I
Philly golf?
absolutely know Philly golf.
Okay, great. That was like a Francesca does a bear shit in the woods kind of a question. Okay. So I'm going to say it's going to be this or that. And you're just going to pick an answer that your heart feels more drawn to. Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Here we go. Marion or Aronimink?
Aronimink.
Oh, why? I mean, I would have said the same thing.
I've played Aronimink. I have not played Marion. I've walked both.
Okay.
It's such a big ballpark.
Yeah.
And it's I mean it's a pure tour course that has again evolved.
Yes.
Where Marion is still this. It's still tiny. And it's something that, listen, it's Marion. It's I could say neither and just say both.
Boring.
At the
We're
same
not going to
time.
do that.
But right,
Yeah.
it's for me it's Aronimink.
Aronimink.
It's a great walk and it's a fantastic golf course and yeah.
I will praise Aronimink till whatever comes home. Amen to that. Next question. Best Philly area course vibe. Where are we going for the vibes?
Wow. Gosh, there's so many. I love the vibe at
vibes. Where are we going for the vibes?
Oh man.
Well, like what's like a vibe for you out on the golf course? Like for me, I like the big speaker. I like I like some transfusions. I like some water hazards. I like my dad out there playing with me because he cracks me up. He's so fun to play with. And then I would say for me, vibes are at Manufacturers or Talamore or Lookaway. Those are my top 3 vibey courses. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you my number 1. Indian Valley. Indian Valley. Indian Valley. Low key. It's
wow.
I've played that place a ton. It is everything you just said. It's the big speaker on the cart. It's doing 3 shots on a hole. It's the hang after is great. The crew there is great. Right. Obviously there's the Lulus of the world where it's a bar surrounded by a golf course.
Sure. Yep.
That's a whole different vibe, but similar, right? Not too stuffy. Manny's is great. My gosh, there's so many. I mean, like everybody has their own kind of flavor. I mean, Cricket sitting on the patio at Cricket.
Oh yeah, I know.
Sick.
Wait,
like so fun.
Even at Aronimink too.
Even at Aronimink, yes.
Oh my
Back
gosh.
deck Aronimink, overlooking 10, amazing.
Do you want to hear? I have one more question, but I have something funny to tell you. So I got to play back to back Aronimink, Manufacturers, and 1912, and there was like I forgot the other one. Okay, we'll just focus on those 3. I played all 3 of those in a week, and I ordered at the 19th hole Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. They're probably all Cisco brand, whatever, but it's how they're cooked differently.
1000%.
And whichever I think, okay, so I rated them the 19th hole based on the Philly cheesesteak roll. Okay. Aronimink had the number 1 Philly cheesesteak roll. And I went to other courses and I ordered that off of every menu at every 19th hole and I played a lot of golf last season. Aronimink has the best Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. That's it. Number 2 on that list, I didn't even like Manny's, their cheesesteak egg rolls. They were just meh to me. They were just meh, but they had some pretty good other good menu items, but not the cheesesteak egg roll. The 1912, that was a good cheesesteak egg roll. That was a good cheesesteak roll. That was delicious. So
the thing to get at Manny's
Yes.
that was literally brought to me when I played it the first time
What
is
was
their
it?
chicken salad sandwich.
Oh yeah.
The
I
chicken salad sandwich, but you put hot sauce on it, and it is a banger.
That does sound like a banger. All right, well,
Hmm.
I'll have to get that. So it's the chicken salad with
The
the
chicken salad sandwich, hot sauce,
chicken salad sandwich hot sauce. Hot sauce. I'm gonna remember that. Um,
banger.
last question. How would you describe Philly golf in one word? Or 3 words or less? 3 words or less. Let's do that. Because these are some semi-existential questions I'm asking you.
Classically elite.
Oh, my producer Taylor, who's not a golfer, she's like headbanging right now. She's like, "Oh yeah, right,
Classically
Taylor?
elite. Like,
Classically elite. Let's go. I like it."
we're so
Well,
lucky to have so much golf, and it's so dense in
mhm.
this area, and good golf, not just like, oh, you have a lot of golf courses. No, I mean, we have a lot of clubs that have just stood the test of time
So good.
really throughout the whole Northeast. I mean, throughout like everywhere where I am in my territories, but like in Philly itself,
Mhm.
I mean, take Aronimink, Marion, Philly Country Club,
Mm.
Cricket,
Mhm.
White Marsh, Overbrook, get into some of the newer ones, Cedar Brook, Squires. Like, there's so much good golf
There is.
everywhere you go,
Oh yeah.
and every vibe's different. Huntington Valley, like, we haven't even talked about Huntington Valley. Like, there's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. There's so much history in it.
Let
Lanark,
pe
how are we not talking about
Lanark.
Lanark?
I know. We got to involve Lanark somewhere in these conversations. I'll even throw in the public course scene is rather good too. Jeffersonville,
Jeffersonville's,
Wyncote,
yep.
Five Ponds. These are some great, like I know members over at Doylestown. They're practicing at Five Ponds. It is what it is.
Yep.
It's just such a great course, and it just draws in the vibe, so to speak. Um, Steve, to wrap things off real quick,
Yep.
looking ahead, what is next for True Links, and how can people learn more? Are you guys on social media? What's the link?
We are all over social media, so it's
Okay.
truelinkswear.com,
Okay.
and you can see everything that we do there, from footwear to apparel to headwear to what we do for events to our story to our evolution to where we're going.
Mhm.
We're doing some really cool things for the first time with some footwear that is, we're using materials that have only been used in marathon shoes.
Ooh.
We're doing some really unique stuff, and again, tons of drops throughout the year. But for right now, what we're starting 26 off with, there's a model of shoe that I am going to shamelessly absolutely plug. It's called Anti Gravity, which is our new shoe, which is the one that you want on your feet.
Okay.
Um,
The anti-gravity shoe.
Anti Gravity.
Okay,
Yep.
that sounds really cool,
It's
actually.
it's a crazy special shoe, and that's the one that we unveiled at the show, and it's the one that all of our tour guys are crazy excited about. They wanted to
Nice.
wear it last year. We've been R&D in it for a year and a half, and it finally, we were like, we got it exactly where we want it.
Hmm.
So that's the one that you're going to see probably the most about from us.
Would you say it's less more about when people can? There's a lot of consumption with golf equipment, golf brand, golf clothing, golf shoes, socks, everything. Would you say it's, I feel like now it's more quality and less about the name of a brand now. What do you think about that?
100%. It's
Yeah.
quality and comfort. It's quality, comfort, and performance. I don't
Hmm.
care what it says. If you have something that checks those boxes for you, the player, wear that, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to wear, pick a brand because so and so wears it. You pick what works for you, right? No one's paying you to wear it,
Mm-mm.
so wear what works. And if that's something that works for you, wear it. And that's kind of
Yeah.
where we're finding ourselves as a brand, that as more and more people find us,
Hmm.
or they remember us from where we were 10 years ago, 15 years ago, they're going, oh, yeah, I wore your stuff before. Well, we've
Yeah.
changed a lot. So
Wow.
we've added a lot more to our quiver, if you will. There's a lot more coming from us.
Amen to that. And listen, I wish you all the best. I have to have you back on the show because you're a great storyteller. You're a wonderful storyteller. I can tell you love what you do. I can tell you believe the messaging and the authenticity. I mean, it all goes back down to authenticity. What we talked about in the beginning of the show, involving True Links. So I'm going to go on the website. I'm going to check it out. And I wish you and the brand nothing but a successful 2026.
I appreciate that. Same to you.
I appreciate you. Steve, thank you so much for your time, for the conversation, and for joining us over at Pin High Philly. We'll talk soon, okay? Keep it here, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.